I'm Diyah, and this is Your Skin, Your Story. I'm the owner of Glow with Purpose, a vegan skincare line, and I'm here with a special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Mom Dukes, guys.
Yes, Mama Dukes. So this is my mom, Tabitha, right? So make sure to follow Atlanta Real Estate Agent on Instagram. She also is now on YouTube. What was your YouTube channel?
My YouTube channel is Tabitha Flagg 410.
Tabitha Flagg 410 is her username on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to subscribe as well to Diyah's Diary. And let's talk about your story. So I want to dive into your childhood. And the reason why I'm going back that far is because I know you as mom, but I want to know you as Tabitha, as the woman that you are today. And although I've seen you develop into the woman you are today, I want to hear your perspective before I came around. What was life like for you?
Well, before she came around, life for me, it was tough. It wasn't easy. I'll say that. It was definitely tough. It was definitely a lot of obstacles. It was things that I went through that I went through alone, and I didn't have a lot of support growing up.
What did you feel like at those times, and how did you overcome that?
Well, the things that I was experienced was going through abuse, going through physical abuse, going through sexual abuse, going through being like feeling and kind of being like the black sheep of the family. And I felt like the black sheep, although, I didn't let all what I went through affect me. My generation, we kind of we took a lot. We definitely underwent a whole lot, and it took a lot of strength to deal with that. And a lot of things I kind of repressed. So a lot of things I just repressed it and just kept moving. And it taught me, resilience. It gave me strength, like I said earlier, courage and things like that. So that's what just kept me going because of my past. I mean, it's sad that I had to go through so many different experiences to be able to have stability at this stage in my life. But through everything, I don't regret it. I don't regret anything because it helped me to get where I am. Mm-hmm. And I know there's a lot of people out there who probably experience the same, and I know the younger ones, like she was saying, probably going through that as well now. But I'm happy to tell my story and to let you guys know that you can get through it. I didn't open up and talk about it in my younger years. I tried to reach out and tell family members about it, but they didn't want to believe me.
Well, this is where I get kind of emotional. Yeah. Because it's like,
and it's real, it's real, but it just taught me to be strong. It gave me strength, and
And this is why I kind of get emotional, because it's like I admire that strength so much, and it's a great survival tactic, especially for women. But it also came with so many cons that I feel like our families don't realize the generational curses that we actually are passing on through that strength. I feel like a lot of people in your generation that I've came across were able to get through a lot of their challenges because they were able to, like you said, suppress it. Mm-hmm. However,
let it go.
Yeah, suppress it and let it go.
And see, that was the way that we was brought up in my time, And I know it's sad. It's very different from the time now. Like a lot of things now, you guys, you're taught to speak up about it. You're taught not to let it go. But the way we were raised in my generation was, oh, let it go. That's not true. Oh, cover it up. Put it under the rug. Mm-hmm. Just let it go. And I mean, it's sad, This generation is kind of like more emotional. There's a lot of emotions and things going on this generation because you were taught to express it. As we started getting older, it was like they wasn't saying like, oh boy, stop crying. it's okay now. It's okay for you to cry, let it out, speak about it. It's more communicative stage right at this age, at this day and time. It's more about communication and stuff. Before, back in my time, it was about silence. It was all about silence and keep going.
Yeah.
Keep pushing.
And that's why I was a little emotional, because it was just like, although it's so admiring and it's so great, it also came with downfalls too, especially leading into this new age generation that we have too, where times change, technology change, society, politics change, economy change, all these different things change. But the whole throwing under the rug and suppressing and all of those actually is something that was still in your subconscious, and then it gets passed down to the next generation unconsciously, and then it's like the cycle is not being broken until that person decides to stop and feel that pain and not throw it under the rug and take on all the psychotic mental health issues that their family had and heal that. It's not going to change the next generation until we start breaking that, which is why I feel like this generation we're in today, although it is different, although it does seem a bit more on the sensitive or emotional side, expressive and communication side, it's also a side where I feel like it's breaking cycles, breaking chains. It's making radical changes, where it's like a lot of people in our times and millennials are becoming first-time millionaires in their families. They are opening up doors and all these things, and they are doing gentle parenting or showing their kids a different way of how to self-regulate their emotions and things that weren't taught to you in your generation, that you weren't able to really give me the proper tools. It took for someone to have to be like, okay, hey, we're gonna stop here so we can break it. And I feel like you've done that with our family, with a lot of the things, with the healing, with the health, with the moving, relocating, expanding our mind. I feel like I feel like that's what really even entrepreneurship. I feel like what you've done and all of those decisions you made has gave me and my sister the opportunities that we have today that wasn't given to y'all. And although it's like we look at y'all generation like, well, hey, why y'all didn't do all this and have all this set up for us, so that way when we was born we could have had a little bit easier. But it's like at the same time, when you really think about how deep rooted and embedded generational curses are and how hard it is, because you're not just breaking the generational curse for yourself, you're breaking it for the people that came before you. So you didn't just break and heal yourself, you healed yourself for your mom. You changed grandma so many ways. Grandma is spiritual because a lot of it has to do with your choices and your decision and watching you and people like my Aunt Serena and breaking these generational curses, showing that there is other ways.
Too, and that's what my mom said.
Yeah, it showed that it's other ways than just living off of Section 8 your entire life. It shows that, people can actually go to the military, make a good living for themselves, and come out and still be okay. Not everybody's story is the same, but thankfully in my aunt's story and my sister's story, that has been their story. And that was a generational curse that has been broken now, where now we have access. We got military babies now. Like, my nephew now being able to be raised with a whole different experience than we ever gotten a chance to have. That in itself just broke the curse to where now his children and the children after him gonna have a whole different lifestyle because of her breaking those generational curses and because of those changes. And it all started from my mom making those changes. If you didn't move out of Syracuse, we wouldn't be who we are today. If you didn't decide to get into entrepreneurship, I wouldn't be having a mindset that I have today. If it wasn't for you making choices to go back to school and showing us that there is other opportunities and ways other than sitting off the system and just depending on that all your life. If it wasn't for you, you carved a way, you paved the way for us.
And number one is start with yourself. Number one, because I couldn't change that if I didn't put me first by healing myself.
Exactly.
It starts with you. You can't help nobody unless you help yourself first.
Exactly.
So that's one thing I want everybody to know is first, it's not selfish to put yourself first.
And I love hearing you say that, because I always say that too, because growing up as me being a teenager or me being an adolescent, I'm now being able to experience a different version of you, because growing up, you used to put us first all the time. And you used to put yourself last, and you used to sacrifice so much for us that it pushed you back, but not realizing that the children is dependent on you. So you putting yourself last is putting your children last, while you idealizing that is putting us first, but really is pushing us back, because once we need to depend on you for help as a parent, with you being last, we have nobody to go to, and now we have to depend on ourselves, and now we're in survival mode, and now we're parenting ourselves, and we feel alone, and healing ourselves, and now we have to look back and now say, okay, now I'm healing myself from my mom or my parent, because they had certain issues or they're healing, they had to do that. I recognize that I don't want to take on, so I have to feel the pain in order to do that for myself and heal. And I'm thankful that you took initiative to heal yourself and finally come to a place in life where you realize that I come first, I matter first. It's not selfish, put yourself first, because there's so many people out there, even to this day. I even have peers and friends all the time say, oh, my kids come first, my kids come first, I gotta put myself last, or they're trying to schedule their life around their kids' schedule instead of scheduling their kids' schedule around their life. And I do want to say, just from a mother and a daughter, that I prefer my mom to put herself first. And the reason why I say I prefer you to put yourself first is because if you would have put yourself first prior to having me, I feel like the life would have looked different for us, where the healing would have started a little bit earlier, and the stability would have started a little earlier. So our cards would have been dealt different, to where we can now adapt to that lifestyle, and we got a head start on healing. But it's like I'm still thankful for growth and healing together, because it's like we're healing together and we're growing together in this world. But this is what it looks like when you put your children first and not yourself first. You end up healing and growing together. There's nothing wrong with that. But me personally, I prefer a healed version of my parent than a healing version of my parent.